You're tuning into Sip on That.
It's your girls, Jazz,
Kat,
and Renee.
And we're bringing you the tea regardless of the flavor.
Yes, welcome to episode 3.
So excited, guys. So this is a really interesting topic. Today we are talking about if it makes sense to be with your friend's boyfriend.
What we mean by to be is not actually together. We mean hanging out.
Exactly.
Alone.
Yeah.
One-on-one time.
Yeah.
Right? And we brought on a special guest to get his opinion.
We did.
But before we get there, we're going to ask some questions, get to know our guests, and we'll start there.
See, I'm a little nervous because I usually do all the intro and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the tables are turned, eh?
It's weird. It's weird. This is the first time I've been on a podcast.
Yay!
Welcome!
So, simple form, my name is Ibu, and I go by Mr. Activated, but I don't really like to feel like I'm not a star, so, but anyways, I do a podcast called Activated Podcast, hence the Mr. Activated, and yeah, thanks for having me, you guys. I'm here.
Awesome. Can you tell us a bit about your podcast and what you guys talk about? What are some of the topics?
My podcast, the podcast it's essentially it's about sharing stories. So I like to dig deep into like finding people who I think have amazing stories. So and the subject it really varies from week to week. So
We're on a personal level with people.
It's kind of like ours too. I feel like we kind of storytell sometimes.
For sure.
Especially with our individual segments.
Yes.
We do a lot of storytelling.
For sure.
So.
which I mean, you guys got an amazing story. I feel like I know you guys before I came up here because I'm subscribed to the podcast. I listen to it. I mean,
that's what we want. That's essentially what we want.
So nice.
Like, why did you start this podcast?
I sat on the idea for 2 years because I didn't want to do it because it was a thing to do, but I actually like was working through it and then trying to figure out, okay, is this gonna make sense or not? And reason why I started, because I started listening to podcasts because being at work, you're at your desk. Cause I was like, I get tired of listening to music all day, so I would like.
So you're not working, you're just listening to podcasts.
Yeah, like subconsciously. Don't tell my boss. I'm gonna find out, but
I'm kidding.
So I was just like, okay, this is cool, but how do I make money? How do I start? And then that set it up to me starting to like host an event and do like public speaking and stuff like that. Like I was like, damn, y'all really want to pay me to come talk? This is crazy. So
like a small idea where it can go.
I didn't know I would get there.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's working out so far. A year and some change.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, it's very inspiring.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that our guest is so amazing and inspiring, we brought him on today because there's been a lot of talk in the media with, I'm pretty sure you've all heard, and if you haven't, I don't know what kind of rock you've been hiding.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Jordyn Woods scandal versus Khloe Kardashian. Really quickly, right, those of you who don't know, she supposedly hooked up with Khloe Kardashian's, I don't know if they were even married? Baby daddy, right? And she's Kylie's best friend, which is Khloe's sister. So, not really good. And with that, I actually have a question towards you in terms of this story.
Right.
I'm just curious to know your opinion. So there was a lot of he said, she said going on from what I heard versus the table talk versus things I was reading in the media. Do you think there was more than just a kiss? Because Jordyn said it was just a kiss. Do you think there was more than just a kiss?
See, I have a struggle with social media where I don't buy into it. Like, I think like I would have to take it for what she said. I guess they just kissed. But Jordyn is fine. I think it was a picture that came up today. I was like, yo, she. Yeah.
So you're gonna go with what she said?
Yeah. Until we see otherwise, I don't.
Yeah.
Jasmine, what do you think?
I don't know. I want to know what you really think. Like, what do you think? Not based off of what she's telling us, but what do you think right now?
Yeah, she is fine.
Like, come on.
So with that, no, him saying she's fine, I feel like he's saying it wouldn't just stop at a kiss.
I mean, yeah, if y'all kiss, y'all might, and plus we're talking about like celebrities and
alcohol is involved.
In the U.S. where like having sex is like having tea. Right? You know what I mean? Honestly, it's especially like him being an NBA star and things. Yeah. Now that you ask me the same thing, maybe he did. See, it's hard. Like I really want to take it for what she said, but. It is a possibility that they've done more than that.
What do you think, Kat?
Now, to be honest,
do you believe her?
I don't know if I believe that it just stopped there.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't believe her. I don't believe the scenario.
Weird.
They were were both drunk because
Yeah.
apparently there was a
7
party
a.m.
at
in
his
the
house.
morning.
Party at his house, they're both partying, getting lit, having so much fun. And at the end of the day, he
It's
goes
just
to
a
say bye with
kiss.
a kiss, and she kisses him back. You're telling me it stopped there?
Yeah,
Like I feel like my
Not that it stopped there. That's probably where it stopped. But there was stuff before. Is what I'm probably.
Oh, prior to
Yeah,
that.
maybe
yeah.
there was.
Like,
the
my-
kiss was the
could have been
goodbye.
omitted.
My opinion
Yeah.
is like regardless of if it stopped there or not, it doesn't matter. Like
I was
either
gonna
way,
ask that, yeah.
like that's kind of like where my head is at. So like
So it doesn't matter.
in my
Yeah.
logical,
inappropriate.
conscious self, I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe that didn't happen. Like maybe that's not all that happened. But even if that wasn't the case, that doesn't change
Something
how things are
plain,
blown
yeah.
out of proportion. And that's where I
So
don't.
do you think it was blown out of proportion, or
Yeah, Khloe was outrageous. She was outrageous, and she's basically
why was she outrageous?
Wait, you think Khloe was outrageous? Why?
because of her tweets. Like she's trying to blame Jordyn about it.
Trina.
Trina,
James
that
Harden,
was
right?
French Montana.
French Montana.
Oh.
And that was
Apparently they were living together. French Montana and Trina were living together, and then Trina found out on social media that Chloe.
And that one is
French
confirmed. Like
Montana
Trina actually.
confirmed it. She
confirmed that
confirmed it
that's
on
the situation.
Hot 97.
I'm a little bothered because I don't understand why you would. I don't find her attractive like that.
Trina.
Chloe?
Chloe,
For
like I wouldn't.
Money though. Like she has clout.
Yeah, but she's also dealing with people that they got some type of money. You know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah, they have their own.
I mean, I wouldn't cheat on my girl
No,
for
but
Chloe. Not even now.
It's not the money. It's
Really?
the clout.
So let's say
It's the
Chloe-
fame.
clout, yeah.
Hold on,
Fame,
I'm
right?
curious. Let's say Khloe Kardashian came knocking on your door today.
I'm closing the door her straight up.
Really?
Oh, you think she's not cute? Like you think she's not cute?
Now if Lauren London now.
That's
No, I mean,
different.
and that's just a personal thing. I don't find her attractive, and I have a problem when I feel like when women have like modified their bodies or whatever. Like
So
for
you
me,
like
it's like you know what I mean. I like people to be who they are truly. I don't like to feel like I'm getting catfish and stuff like that.
Why do we think we care so much about this stuff? Like there was so much going on in the world, yet this was all over the place. Why do we
Honestly,
think
I was
society
so
cares?
consumed with it. Like, was anyone else with me?
Because
I was
it's
so
interesting.
consumed.
People are like, wow, Kylie's best friend was having relations or doing whatever with her sister's baby father. Like,
So
to
out of
people,
interest,
it's like watching soap operas. Like
It's literally like
people
watching a soap opera.
They're interested in it, right? So it's like it's entertainment. Really.
And they made it a thing too. Like I feel like Kim Kardashian being like, "Don't mess with my
It was a
man."
whole
Like, she
thing.
made it.
She did that?
They did a girls'
Yeah,
road
she
trip.
did like a
They
girls
did,
trip.
yeah.
She recorded herself and she's like,
yeah.
"Don't mess," and she's like throwing shots.
You two definitely followed it.
Oh my god! I
On
followed
the shade room. Shout out to the shade room.
shade room.
For
Honestly,
all
shade
of my
room.
news.
Why do you think? Why do people care so much?
I think people just have an infatuation with like personal stuff. Like people love other people personal.
Juicy
But
stuff.
like even like amongst us that are not celebrities, as soon as you find out like, yo, your girl cheated, like it becomes a thing. Like it just goes around.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but human nature.
Yeah.
We're just drawn to. We love drama.
We
That-
love
that-
it.
Yeah, I also think that it makes people feel better about their own
I was
lives.
just about to say
Yeah.
that too.
You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
shit, your best friend is doing this with your
Something
sister?
could be happening to you, but then
yeah.
that's
Okay, my life is not
you
as
have
bad.
it worse.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
goodness.
But why do you feel like Brampton man is I hate cheating? I'm just.
Well, to be honest, I don't think it's just Brampton men. I think
Okay.
Men in
I think
general.
men in general, but it's just a joke because I'm from Brampton, so I can joke about it. I was born and raised here, so I can joke about that. But
Right, okay.
I feel like, and people may not agree with me, but I feel like majority of men cheat. To be honest, a lot.
What's
Of men.
majority?
agree.
Give a number.
You want me to give a number?
I would say.
Yeah, like-
I mean, I haven't done
100%.
any research. I haven't done a study, but I would say maybe 90% of men cheat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
Amen.
have cheated. Or have
Or have
cheated.
cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
From my
absolutely-
experience, this is from my experience, right? My
I
personal
agree.
experience, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, from my personal experience, 100% of the men I know cheat. So, yeah. So,
Really?
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Can you? I don't know. Can you? Have you cheated?
No, I mean, no. And we can't. I've never cheated. See, my problem
You've
with
never
it.
cheated.
Okay, look.
Hold on. Have you ever had?
Being honest,
Hold on. What is cheating for us?
No,
Let's
damn.
define cheating. Let's make sure.
emotional, physical.
Okay, I'm not even talking about emotional because guys don't usually emotional cheat. That's
You're
usually
just talking about
ladies.
physical, like.
See, my thing is, and I think
No
this
guests.
this is the problem. What it is I've never stayed in a relationship long enough to cheat, right?
Why
Like
is-
I have my own little personal issues.
What does that even mean? I haven't stayed in a
Okay,
relationship
so
long enough
okay,
to cheat.
no, he's being
Meaning
honest.
like you be 2 weeks, a month.
Oh,
and a
I
half.
see. Okay.
You know what I mean? So most of my life, I've been in.
So you've just been in short term.
I've been in 2 serious relationships, and all total 3 years. And it was 3.
Altogether, they totally.
And I'm 29. So like, you gotta think about like, and when you scatter that, you know, from when I started dating, it's like very minimal in a sense. So I don't feel the impulse, because even now where I'm at, like, if I'm with a girl and I feel like I want to cheat, like, I'm just gonna break up with her. Like, I wouldn't even get in a relationship.
Did I listen?
No,
to
see, I
hold
like
on.
that. I like
Did I hear in your podcast about a Valentine's Day gift that you gave to one person? And then
Right. See, that's not
Wait,
cheating,
what?
right? And
What was it?
he gave about the same Valentine's Day. Like, he got two
Thank
like,
you
stuff
for
from Bath and
receipts.
Body.
Wow.
Thank you for
He
the
went to
receipts.
Bath and Body, and he got one for his girlfriend and one for her next girl.
Shut
Absolutely
up.
not.
Wait, was
And
that
she found it.
Is that
Was it
cheating?
Valentine's Day 2019?
No, this.
We're gonna get you out the door.
But that's not cheating, because I didn't. We define cheating doing
okay.
something physical.
But he bought
Sure.
gifts for
But
Why
it's
did you buy
inappropriate.
gifts for two women?
Because I was stupid.
Thank you for admitting it.
Yeah.
I was stupid,
we
but
appreciate that.
I got caught. See, the good thing about that is I got caught before I did anything drastic, right?
Can you be friends with your friend's man? Like, can you have a relationship outside of your friend having a relationship with somebody's man?
Yes, to a certain extent, though. I mean, it's okay, like, when you're around your friend and, say, your boyfriend's around and you guys are chatting, and I think that's fine, like, a text here and there, that's fine if you have each other's number, that's
But like a
fine.
separate relationship, like you guys have your own friendship?
Not like it's your own friendship, unless you knew the guy before. Unless you knew the guy before your friend and the guy hooked up, you know what I mean?
So I would say, because I feel like I've been in a situation where we would actually have phone conversations. We were all friends. We would all hang out together. And then me and this was my cousin's ex-boyfriend. We knew each other. So sometimes we'd have phone conversations where he would ask advice about her or things like that. But we would never hang out one-on-one. Like, I don't think it's okay to hang out
Why are you guys
one-on-one.
talking on the phone?
What if he wants to ask, what can I get her for her birthday?
Text me.
It's so much
It's
easier.
a no.
to
Like,
do
it's an
this.
absolute no.
I feel like when you
like,
open the door for things, like you just let
You're just-
so much
yes,
in. Like
thank
you
you.
just
No,
open, like,
not
oh,
if
she's
it's
okay.
yeah. So
Listen,
no,
no. I beg to differ. No, I think it's
I've
not
heard
okay.
so
And
many-
Like,
I
okay,
ask
if
your
he's
opinion
about
in a
to
second.
propose
I
and he's
think-
calling you, okay,
Hot
what?
fire.
No,
That's fine.
Not hanging out, but if you're all friends and you're having I'm okay with that. Conversations is fine. You're
I'm
just
actually
talking.
not. It's a no.
See, I'm the type of
for
woman.
me.
I'm not intimidated by conversation.
No, it's not.
I'm not intimidated by
Okay.
But if you're hanging out,
Okay, you're like, yo, I'm trying to see you tonight, bro. What's the
Listen.
Can you re-ask the question? I'm a little.
Yeah,
So
let's go to you.
can I be
What are the
friends?
boundaries with
with-
like your best friend, your guy best friend, let's say his
Right.
girl? What are
His
the
girl.
boundaries with you and the girl being friends?
What is the boundary?
Can you call her? Can you meet up with
Yeah.
her outside?
I'll be honest with you. I stay away from everybody's personal, cause I just don't want it to become a thing.
Period.
where-
That's
Period.
like out of respect for my guys, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause sometimes, which is weird, like then you become like, oh, why you talking to? And I know men are insecure.
Always.
I wouldn't have a problem with it, cause I just think I'm the whatever.
All men are insecure
So
except for
if
this
you're
guy.
okay. So if your friend was calling your girl and having conversations with her, you wouldn't have a
I
problem
wouldn't
with
sweat.
it. Okay.
Okay, so it's not about the intimidation thing. It's more so, like Renee said, you're opening the door for certain things to happen. That if you were not having phone conversations with this guy, that wouldn't even be a thing, right?
So okay, I guess let's
The
ask
flesh
this.
is weak.
Exactly.
Also, if I could add,
Yeah,
right?
You guys have
Honestly,
arguments.
it depends what the girl look like too. Let's be clear, because men fall in
See
love
how
with what
guys
they
are?
see.
See
No,
how
I mean
You
that,
see how guys
the
are?
That's
truth-
exactly
That's why
you're not.
That's
you're not
why your
friends.
friends.
Now, I'll
your
be honest
cousin's
with
man
you.
is like,
None of
we
you-
saw each other.
None of you guys
He's like, I'll
could
talk
be
to Kat, she's
nobody's.
cute.
That's what I'm saying. Like I could be like.
Wait, none of you guys can
Because
do
if
that?
I'm with my man and I'm talking to his, he's gonna be like, "Yo, what? Like, like why are you talking to my friend? Like,
If
nah."
it's quick, like, hey, I'm at the store, I want to get her a gift. What can I
You
get
That's
her?
Yeah,
quick.
we can
Yeah,
do that.
5 minutes.
You know
Cool.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, you're not saying like, hey, girl, you look so
Okay,
good
so Kat, let
today.
me ask
I'm
you a
your
question.
good friend.
What were your phone conversations about?
Literally, like, either, let's say maybe they got into an argument. Like, what's your opinion? I want to
No, that's worse. Now
The
you're
flesh
now
is
he's
weak.
mad. Now
The
no.
flesh is weak. I'm
If
be
I'm
honest
mad, I'm
with you.
talking to my girl, not to
Here's
my
a gift
friend.
for
Not
the
my
But
first.
this
best
is when we
friend.
were little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you're young. I'm talking.
I
I feel like when I was in
17.
high school, like I kind
Maybe,
of
but not
Like,
even.
think about
But
high
not
school.
now.
even dating
Like,
high school, but
Three-way
no.
conversations.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
younger.
even then, you know what I mean? Here's the thing. I think if you're a beautiful woman, you cannot have other friendship because men will be attracted
It's
to
just
you.
the reality. That's just the reality.
And men fall in love with what they see, unfortunately.
Thank you.
So unless you're ugly or the person doesn't find you attractive.
But this is very
Period.
subjective. This is very
Period.
subjective because I can be ugly or beautiful.
No,
to
Kat,
someone.
But you're not, so
You're
you
not.
can't be
You're an
nobody.
attractive woman, so you don't
Stop.
have that. You don't have to feel no. Sorry, Kat.
Stop
This girl, like she tried it.
Stop
Yeah,
right
you could be
now.
Kat tried
nobody.
it right now.
You could be
Nobody's
nobody.
friend with that body.
Okay, so
With
what's
that body.
so what's
You can't be my man's friend, that's for sure.
wait, what's
No,
the
ma'am.
conclusion? No?
Absolutely not. We said no. We said no. Period.
No for you.
You're agreeing with
Definitely no for you.
You're agreeing with this?
I'll be honest, if I had a girl and she found out I was friends with you, she'd look at me like, really, bro?
Yeah, no.
Like, really?
No.
Ugly, sorry, I need to stop saying that.
Okay, since you're talking about this, have you ever been in a similar situation?
See, my downfall is that like 90% of my friends are women. So like,
That's also me and you were dating that have to cut like.
what's your background again?
Like that's a no.
Yo, I talked to this.
It's a no because listen, I've been the friend.
Hold on,
I've been
hold
the
on.
friend. The friend,
Hold on,
right?
I have a question. Can we? Because this is gonna all tie back in. My question is, how do we feel about friends of the opposite sex in general? Like, do you have male friends that are actually bona fide friends that have not
Yes.
crossed the line, that have never crossed the line,
No,
or
she don't.
you
Come
feel
on,
like
stop
they haven't crossed
playing.
the line?
That
Same
is
thing. I'm
never
gonna ask you the same thing. I'm gonna ask you the same
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Let's just slide it out. So start with Kat. Kat, have you had any men friends of the opposite sex who you feel would never try it with you, have never tried it with you, have never crossed the line, and are platonic friends? Let me know, yes or no.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is it that hard? I don't
Yeah.
know. There's so many of them, right?
No, I guess the answer is no.
Yeah.
I haven't.
No.
Have you had
I
female
don't
friends?
believe you. See the problem.
I've never had any
But
friends.
she's never really had male friends. Though, like
I
that.
don't entertain it.
Because you know it. I already
know.
know.
There's a little bit of guy friends. I was friends with my ex-boyfriend's friend, and we were really close. And it got to the point where I was like, "Yo, like, is this guy trying to?"
You don't even
I
know.
cussed
Is
the
he trying
guy
to
out.
swerve?
I was like, "What's going on?" Like, I'm like, "This is just uncomfortable now." And then like we made up and stuff like that, but it was ridiculous. But like that was something that I was like, he cannot try to talk to
You
me.
made
Like,
up or you made out?
Cat.
Both.
Maybe.
Both.
Newsflash.
Both of them.
Absolutely not. But yeah, so that was annoying. Have you had girlfriends that you feel like have been platonic friends that you feel like if you were to push the line, they would reject it and have never tried it with you and never made it seem like, okay, they would be open to an opportunity?
See, I feel like sometimes people tell me that, but I'm not. Honestly, the truth of the matter is, for me, and that sounds like I'm like the perfect. I'm not. I'm a dirtbag. I'm a little. But once I set the boundaries for me, I'm not concerned how you view it, right? Like if I tell a girl like you're my friend, like I know within me I'm not crossing the line. So I know sometimes people will tell me no, she likes you, but I've never been aware of it in a sense. So.
Or you won't
You
put
had
yourself
that, so
in that
you're naive,
situation.
or-
And I honestly, I feel like every time I talk to somebody, I feel like they out to get me. So I'm very like cautious. I don't know. I'm just paranoid like that. So like I would never try to for my friends or whatever it was. But
So you've never been in that situation then? Was that the answer?
no.
Okay.
So I've been with a guy. I was dating a guy who had a lot of female friends or friends that were women, and he would message them every day. So it's like I would ask him like, what are you guys talking about every day? Like, what are you messaging her every day? Like,
What if he showed you?
huh?
What if he showed
And
you?
what happened?
He didn't show me
Can
the
we
mess-
just flash forward? Can we?
I mean, later on, I found out he was being inappropriate with one of those friends. But it's just like, and that's why it's like
Crossing the line.
it's a no for me. Like, you should be like I'm not trying to sound possessive in any shape or form.
Whoa,
But I'm
right.
possessive. No, I'm kidding. No, but like you should be messaging your significant other every day, not your friend. Like
Yeah.
I don't message guys every day unless
Yeah,
I'm talking
not
to him or
every
dating
day.
him or
Not
we're
every
together. It's not a thing to me. Like, what are you guys messaging each other about? How's your day? Like, there's only so many how's your days. Like, how's your week? Okay, once a week is fine, but every day it's getting a little too.
And that's my
So the
opinion.
It's too
consensus
much.
is that men and women cannot just be friends.
On the female side. Apparently on the male
They-
side.
I mean, they can. I think it's some. Yeah, they can. As long
You
as
think one party's not gonna always have like an alternative
trash
agenda?
yeah, but it's also like it's up to you. I feel like
Exactly.
it's truly up to you. Like it doesn't matter how much you like me if I put you in a friend
But then
zone.
why
you're
would
not
you
coming
even
out
put
of it.
yourself in that position if you know you're in a relationship and you
you
know
like
this
the
woman?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
but if you know this woman may have feelings for you, you need to end that relationship.
I mean,
At that point, it's not healthy. You have a lady, you have a woman.
yes,
in a
if
relationship.
you are aware of it, but my thing is, I got a girl. Stay away from me, and
You trust the female to make the decision? I don't.
I trust myself. So because like I don't know,
And you should trust yourself to be like.
because
listen.
I know like I got a girl. I can't really, you know what I mean. So I think it's possible.
Mhm.
I really think so. But then you guys got different problems because you guys are beautiful ladies. So it's a different. I mean, the truth of the matter is,
Like-
when you are attracted, it's a gift and a curse.
Mhm.
It's a gift that you are easy on the eye, but it's a curse because you probably cannot have any platonic male friendship. That's a fact.
I personally know that I can't really.
Of course you can't.
I do have no friendships, but
No, you don't.
no, I do.
Don't let me start chatting.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you want to start talking or not? Because she's talking about boyfriend.
Okay, alright.
She's done. She's done.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have that. So, under what circumstances can you meet your friend's man alone or your friend's girl alone?
I'm
If
gonna
you're
jump
going
right in.
Like Jordyn did.
If you're going to
If
pick out
you're-
rings, wedding
Okay,
rings.
oh, I was just gonna get to that. Yes, that's the only reason. Literally, if you're gonna go pick out a ring together,
What else
that
do you need that
is
for?
it.
Or it's a surprise. Even
That's
if it's a surprise party, you can do that via email, via text.
Like, what are you meeting up with
Yeah,
anybody's
it's-
friends with anybody's
What do you
man for?
think?
Man, what's your worst fear? Like,
What's what?
what is your deepest fear?
I see what you did, but it was an interview.
What is
Oh,
your
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
you can't do that.
It's
You can't have
professional.
friends.
Professional, that's it. Professional, or you're going to pick out rings. That's it.
I honestly, I don't see a reason.
What are
I
y'all
don't see the
chilling
problem.
for?
What do you guys
No,
talking about?
okay, but I don't think that you can like chill, right? Because sometimes too, like within time, you start to like,
You like people.
you know, especially if they got good energy, you might
Yeah,
be drawn
facts,
to that.
For sure.
But I don't. Hey, as long as I'm telling my significant other, hey, I'm with such and such, we about to handle whatever, I think it's cool.
What are you having?
Guess what?
If it's
You're
not
not
about,
gonna go with someone.
What?
hold on. If it's
You
about
don't
money,
say that?
if you guys are working together, like if you actually are working together, right? If you're doing a project together, you're working together. If you're picking out a ring together,
No, working together, I don't even trust that.
No,
What
like
if
it's like a professional. Like
professional work.
Still, why are you meeting after hours?
No,
No,
it's
it's
for
during
after
work.
hours.
It's during work.
It's at work.
Yeah.
In a work environment.
Yeah. No. One time I actually worked.
You guys
I
been-
worked
you
with
guys
my
been
friend,
through it.
now husband.
Yeah, I really been through it.
Wait, it's work.
We really
I
have,
worked
though.
together with my friends.
I
I
can
trust,
tell,
like,
y'all.
You picked the wrong group.
But you only see him at work.
I only see him
You
at
picked
the
the
work.
wrong group.
That's fine. Not outside of work. Like, let's say we gotta debrief this shit because we're going to court tomorrow.
You
morning.
better debrief it between 9 and 5.
Yes.
It's a lot.
No,
So in general, no. In general, no. Avoid
No,
it.
no.
Avoid
Avoid
it.
it.
whenever
I
possible.
honestly think there's always somebody who has a secret agenda.
Yes.
Someone.
Or if not, both.
There you go.
So what we're saying overall is, what we're saying is Jordyn should not have been there.
No.
Exactly. That was her mistake.
Yeah.
Jordyn
One.
should never have
So,
been there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what went down. It was just that she
Yes.
was there.
Listen,
And that is
Tristan Thompson's party.
No.
Okay, it's a no.
Honestly, it could have
Unless-
been somebody else.
Unless she's like, listen, Kylie, I'm at Tristan's house. I'm gonna
Yeah.
scope, see what's going on, see what he's doing.
No, but that's what she tried to do afterwards. Like
no.
The
just
fact-
don't
the
go
fact
unless
that-
Kylie's coming with you.
Yeah.
the fact that
yeah.
she called Khloe the next day and was like on the phone with her and being like, yeah, he wasn't doing anything too bad. Like,
Meanwhile, he was doing you.
my
She did
girl.
all that?
She did.
Yeah,
that.
she
She talked to
did.
But
Khloe.
I'm sure Tristan has seen her around before. And he's like, yo,
I'm gonna try it.
come on
He
now.
told like
Yeah,
you guys.
Of course he did that.
You guys remember when he was like, when she said, he's like, oh, you can stay over, it's safe here. I was like, excuse me?
Wait, who said that?
He said to Jordyn, he's like, oh, you can stay over, it's safe here. I was
That
like,
sounds like a pedophile.
Yeah, it's really not safe here. It's not.
it was
safe here.
outrageous.
Like I'm having R. Kelly
That-
flashbacks.
That's
That's
vibes.
That's when you know that he was up to something.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we're on the Jordyn topic.
Yeah.
So Jordyn, boom, should not have been there. We all agree.
Yeah.
So why do you think that Khloe dragged Jordyn? And I told Katisha, she was like, "What do you mean by drag?" I'm like, she basically like
She blamed her
She
for-
blamed the hell out of Jordyn for
The
everything.
downfall of
You
the
ruined my
relationship.
relationship.
Yeah,
You
our
ruined
family.
everything. You my family.
Yeah, it's a stretch. It's a huge stretch. It's a no.
Stupid.
Tristan is the
He's trash.
sole reason why your family is broken up, not Jordyn.
So why do we feel like why do women blame women?
First of all, with her situation, it's stupid because he's already been in the media in the
Exactly.
same scenario, so she looks dumb.
Exactly.
But in general, I honestly don't get. Remember, I talked about this once. How when I was in that position, I actually aligned myself with the other woman.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, hold on a second. Maybe we're both the victims.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
he's a freaking asshole.
I
Also,
tried that
both
before,
of us.
and then the girl that I tried it with was kind of like, no, nothing happened. I'm like, girl, just tell me what happened. I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Just tell me what
We should
happened.
technically
Meanwhile,
be on
she
each
took
other's
She
shot.
wasn't on my side. She was like,
No, because she
nothing
wants
happened.
your man. That's why. So
I'm like, you ain't get my
need
man,
to make
though.
sure the woman is.
She
But
tried
when,
it.
that's when the woman's innocent,
Drink my tea.
then it works out that way. But when she's not and she's been after your man and eyeing him the whole time,
She
She doesn't care.
She was hurt.
but you need to blame both. That's it. You need to blame both.
Yeah.
But more so, Tristan. Like, yeah. More
Well,
so Tristan.
in this
but,
case, him because he's been doing it
yeah.
for God knows how
Like
long.
Jordyn's
She
not the
looks
reason your
stupid.
family is broken. Like.
Yeah, no.
I feel like Khloe just dragged Jordyn because she thought she was an easy target.
I just feel like she was hurt, so I think she was just looking for the easiest person
Like, who
to
can I blame? And I don't want to blame Tristan because I'm going to get back with him.
And because Tristan's the father of my child, right? So that like I can relate to that, right? Being a mom, right? Like it's like, okay, this is, even though they're not together, that's still her family, right? That's still the father of her child, right? So it's like, okay,
I feel like
let me
she's
blame
using the
this person.
family word as a weapon almost.
she's using it as a weapon, but she's also using it as an excuse too, right? So it's like,
If I get back with him, it's my family.
it's family, yeah.
What's
But I
your
feel like to what
Okay, hold on. Is your man...
extent?
Sorry, I'm gonna sidetrack for 1 second. Is your baby father your family automatically? Or
I
is
think
it
so.
your baby
I'm
father?
speaking from experience, and I'm a mom,
He's definitely.
and I'm not with
You
the
think
father
he's
of my
family?
children. Yeah,
He's always gonna be
of
family.
course, yeah.
Those
Like
kids are his.
we made those kids
Yeah.
together, right? Like of course.
Sorry, you're stuck with that.
You're
That's
right.
why.
Okay.
Choose wisely, because
Yeah.
that shit ain't
Well,
never gonna go away.
Listen.
That shit's for
Listen,
life.
they say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your baby father. So please.
What would be your advice? I'm gonna throw it to our guest.
Okay.
If let's say right now we have a viewer or a listener, if they're just listening to our podcast, who's in that situation right now where their best friend is hanging out with their boyfriend and they thought it was innocent. What's your advice to that? Is it okay, or what do you recommend people?
I mean, you gotta stay away from people's significant others. I think, like, you shouldn't. Don't give it a.
Period.
It's a slippery slope, right? You gotta. I personally like to remove myself, and like I'm saying, you can't wait for people to do the right thing. If you are aware of things, you gotta be proactive. Because I feel like when you let somebody else make the decision, you know, you put yourself in a very weird situation, especially like if this is your friend, like as a guy. If I have a guy friend, I'm hanging around his girlfriend, like, and actually I think that happened to me, and I'm not the guy to take people girl, but like men really feel ways about that. So if you already know, I would say stay away from it. If you can stay away from it, unless of course she's your friend, right?
That's what I mean. That's
And
different.
then he comes after, right?
Yes.
If she's your friend from the get-go, then
But even then, that's a slippery slope too. I feel like then you
But
gotta
if-
kind of
You gotta take
you gotta separate.
My very close, like one of my closest guy friends introduced me to my first boyfriend when I was in high school, and I don't talk to him to this day. Just because like when I started dating his friend, it was just kind of like
See, but then you lose that friendship.
I lost the friendship, but I mean we're all
Yeah, but
cool.
in his case, he's probably thinking he should have never hooked you up.
No, he's
I
like
mean,
engaged
you-
now. He's happy. Like
Yeah, it's
he's
not even
that's
about
like-
that. Like if he wanted to try to take,
If he
could have
like,
swerved.
yeah,
Like,
if he doesn't care
you're
about
lost.
friendship. So what do you think, Jazz? What's your advice?
oh god.
I think I have to agree with Ibu. Like, to me, it's don't put yourself in that situation where temptation starts to kick in, right? Like, just avoid it at all costs because is it really worth it in the end?
Exactly.
Like, just to, you know, it can ruin your relationship.
Was it worth it for
potentially.
Jordan?
Well, you know what? She has
She's
business.
benefiting
She's
from
has businesses reaching out to her now. so-
Really? What do you mean? I didn't hear
Do
about
what?
this.
How to
Yeah.
cheat? What's going
No,
on?
I mean she's
What?
she's the talk of the town on Black Twitter right now, and people are taking her side, right? So
Wow. So business
She is
I feel
getting
like
some
I feel like it was kind of a career move because she went
for
against the
sure,
Kardashians.
her and her
Wow.
mom went to Europe to
Okay.
kind of like have these to talk with
Interesting.
these different businesses and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe it was good on her part. I don't know what the relationship with her and Kylie is now, but
that might be a friendship
that
loss.
might be the loss. How about you, Renee? What's your advice?
I'm gonna say that your friend's man is not your man. So all the females out there, I'm just looking straight at you guys. That you guys are questioning, like, should I talk to my friend's man? Like, you do not have authority. Your friend's man is not your friend. So let's just start there. And like, I feel like once you realize that, you'll set your boundaries appropriately. Like Jazz, Kat, these girls have been my friends for years. And there's never been an inappropriate situation. I don't message any of their exes or boyfriends. Like, I don't have their numbers. Like, it's just it's not a business.
You're not messaging happy birthday.
It was your friend. But if your friend started dating her?
I don't even have guy friends, so I can't even speak
Okay,
to it.
my friend, let's say my friend.
Yeah, let's say your friend started dating her.
I would avoid talking to her.
You would step back a bit. You would step back.
I would, because I'm respecting her.
That's
as
what I mean.
friend.
Exactly.
I'm just respecting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna ignore him if he says, "Hey, what's up?"
What's up? That's fine.
But if he starts to escalate the conversation.
Oh, I got to a fight with Jazz.
Or you know what? Sometimes I do.
What
Like,
do you
if
like?
it's 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night, I'm gonna
Thank
answer you
you.
tomorrow morning.
Yes, thank you.
I think
Kat.
about appropriate
Thank you.
things. Like, I'm not gonna be messaging you back at late at
This
night.
is too much, guys.
No, it's
way too
but,
much.
but why are you guys? Okay, that's another thing. Why are you messaging at this time of the hour? Like,
Really?
at 1, 2,
You gotta
12,
think of this
11 is
stuff.
the cutoff.
What's the cutoff for
Like,
somebody,
10,
your significant
9:30.
to get a message?
I think 9:30.
I
What are you
go
doing
with
messaging
no.
at?
Yeah, you know what?
11, 12. Like, go to bed.
All the way to
10,
10 max.
Because I've had
9:55.
Listen,
Facts.
we're sipping tea today and sipping.
Guys, what are we sipping on today?
We're sipping on
that
Riesling
Pinot and Riesling tea.
That Pinot got Megan saying wild stuff.
I want to thank our guest. I think
Oh
we've
my
had an
gosh.
amazing time.
Yes,
so
thank you
much.
so much.
This is good. This is
Remember
good.
to like, comment, subscribe. We're on YouTube. Check out our new YouTube channel. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts. Listen to us on Spotify.
Yes,
wherever you can find us. Sip on that double T. Follow us. Like us. Subscribe. Instagram.
And don't forget, we haven't thrown this in a while. Hashtag keep on sipping.
Keep on sipping.
And guys, actually, if you want to shout out your podcast as well, so
Yes.
people can.
Yeah, for sure. Mine's a little bit. I feel like it's a little wilder. But it's Activated Podcast, of course. iTunes, YouTube, everywhere, Spotify, whatever you listen to podcasts. And you can follow me, Mr_Activated on my personal thing. And thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Good,
you.
I'm drunk.
For coming.
See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.